Every night, while you're asleep, your heart is hard at work, repairing, rebalancing, and recovering from the stress of the day. But what if your bedtime habits are quietly undoing all that healing? Doctors have discovered that what you do in the last 60 minutes before bed can decide whether your blood pressure falls gently or stays dangerously high all night. From late night screen time to skipped relaxation, small evening mistakes can strain your arteries, raise cortisol, and rob your heart of its natural recovery window. In this video, you'll learn 7 doctor-approved bedtime habits that help your heart stay strong overnight, simple changes that restore calm, improve blood flow, and lower your risk of heart disease while you rest. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and not medical advice. Let's dive in. 1. Skip the chaos. Give your heart a calm wind-down period. Your heart doesn't have an off switch, but it does need a signal to slow down. The hour before bed decides whether your heart enters recovery mode or keeps racing into the night. Most people rush from screens, emails, or chores straight to bed, expecting instant sleep. Yet the cardiovascular system can't shift gears that fast. When you skip the wind down, your body stays in a high alert state, blood pressure elevated, pulse quick, and cortisol pumping. Studies show that people who go to bed stressed or overstimulated have up to a 35% smaller nighttime blood pressure drop, a strong predictor of future heart problems. Inside your body, here's what happens internally. The stress hormone cortisol peaks during the day to keep you alert. It should naturally fall after sunset, allowing your parasympathetic rest and repair system to take over. But scrolling through news, replying to texts, or exercising too late keeps cortisol high. Your heart rate remains 10 to 15 beats per minute faster, and your arteries stay tense instead of relaxing. That lost recovery window means your heart works overtime, even while you sleep. Dr. Rachel Salas, a neurologist and sleep specialist at Johns Hopkins, explains, "You can't slam on the brakes at 10 p.m. and expect instant sleep. Your body needs at least 30 minutes of calm for heart rate, temperature, and hormones to reset." Research from Harvard's Division of Sleep Medicine confirms that a structured relaxation period before bedtime lowers nighttime blood pressure as effectively as a mild beta blocker. Real-world example. Take Daniel, 47, a project manager who worked until midnight and collapsed into bed exhausted. His smartwatch showed his heart rate stayed above 80 beats per minute for hours after lying down. After his doctor advised a 30-minute transition window, Daniel began dimming lights, stretching, and reading quietly before bed. Within 2 weeks, his resting heart rate fell by 12 beats, and he woke feeling clearer and calmer. How to fix it? Practice it safely. Start your wind-down ritual 1 hour before sleep. Turn off all bright overhead lights and switch to warm, soft lamps. Finish eating and caffeine at least 3 hours before bed. Try a breathing exercise. Inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6, to slow your pulse. Replace screens with soothing sounds or a brief gratitude list to disengage from daily stress. You're not wasting time. You're creating space for your heart's nightly maintenance cycle. A calm evening isn't indulgence, it's therapy. When you end the day slowly, your heart rate drops, your vessels relax, and your body begins its quiet repair. The best medicine for your heart might simply be giving it permission to rest before you sleep. 2. Late night snacking, the silent blood pressure spike. That small midnight snack might feel harmless, but to your heart, it's like being told to keep working overtime just when it's supposed to rest. Eating late at night forces your cardiovascular system to stay active when it should be slowing down. During sleep, your heart rate, blood pressure, and metabolism are designed to dip, allowing your body to repair vessel walls and reduce inflammation. But when food enters the stomach late, your body shifts into digestion mode, drawing blood toward the gut and raising insulin and triglyceride levels. This constant late-night activity prevents your heart from entering its deep recovery phase. Research shows that people who regularly eat after 9 p.m. have higher risks of nighttime hypertension, elevated cholesterol, and poor glucose control, all direct contributors to heart disease. Inside your body, here's what's happening beneath the surface. When you eat, your body releases insulin to handle the sugar in your bloodstream. Late at night, this interferes with melatonin, the hormone that signals your heart and blood vessels to relax. As insulin rises, so does cortisol, a stress hormone that keeps your heart rate up. High-sodium foods like chips, pizza, or instant noodles compound the problem by retaining fluid, increasing blood volume, and putting extra pressure on your arteries. Even healthy snacks like cereal, granola bars, or smoothies can spike blood sugar when your metabolism is slowest. The result? Your heart spends the night digesting instead of recovering. Doctor Insight. According to Dr. Marie-Pierre Saint-Onge from Columbia University, eating close to bedtime prevents the expected nighttime drop in blood pressure and raises resting heart rate. This simple habit can undo many of the benefits of a healthy diet. In one study from the Journal of the American Heart Association, adults who consumed meals within 2 hours of sleep were twice as likely to experience elevated nighttime blood pressure compared to those who finished dinner earlier. Real-world example. Consider Sarah, 42, who struggled with fatigue and morning headaches despite sleeping 7 hours. Her cardiologist asked her to track her eating habits. She realized she often snacked on popcorn or cookies while watching TV at 11 p.m. After shifting dinner earlier and replacing snacks with herbal tea, her blood pressure dropped by 8 points within a month without changing her medication. How to fix it: practice it safely. Finish dinner 3 hours before bed. This gives your body time to digest and transition into recovery. Avoid salty and sugary snacks late at night. If you're hungry, choose magnesium-rich foods like a small banana, a handful of almonds, or chamomile tea, all proven to relax muscles and support heart rhythm. Drink water wisely. Too much fluid before bed can interrupt deep sleep with frequent urination, which spikes nighttime blood pressure. Your heart deserves quiet hours to repair, not another digestive shift. When you stop eating early, you give your arteries time to relax, your hormones time to balance, and your heart the peaceful night it needs to stay strong for decades. 3. Screen time before sleep. How blue light keeps your heart awake. Your phone may be silent, but your heart isn't. Every scroll, ping, and glow from the screen keeps your heart working harder than you think. Most people don't realize that late-night screen time doesn't just disturb sleep, it directly strains the cardiovascular system. The bright blue light emitted from phones, tablets, and TVs suppresses melatonin production, the hormone that signals your body to rest. Without melatonin, cortisol, the body's stress hormone, stays elevated, keeping your heart rate and blood pressure higher for longer. When this becomes a nightly habit, your heart loses its chance to enter a true recovery mode. Researchers have linked frequent nighttime screen exposure with increased risks of hypertension, irregular heart rhythms, and poor heart rate variability, HRV, a key indicator of cardiac resilience. Inside your body. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. When your eyes absorb blue light, your brain interprets it as daylight. That message travels to the hypothalamus, your body's master clock, which tells your adrenal glands to keep releasing cortisol and adrenaline. This keeps your cardiovascular system alert, your blood vessels constricted, and your heart pumping faster than normal. Meanwhile, melatonin, which usually begins rising around 9 p.m., stays suppressed. Without melatonin, blood pressure doesn't drop as it should during sleep. Over time, this blunted nighttime dip in blood pressure increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even early mortality. Dr. Insight, Dr. Stephen Lockley, a sleep expert at Harvard Medical School, explains, blue light exposure at night shifts the body's circadian rhythm by several hours. It tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That means your heart and metabolism are also shifted into the wrong gear. A 2022 study from the European Society of Cardiology found that adults who used screens within 1 hour of bedtime had significantly higher resting heart rates and delayed melatonin onset, increasing nighttime cardiac stress by up to 19%. Real-world example. Think about Anna, a 38-year-old teacher who watched short videos before bed to unwind. Yet she noticed her smartwatch showing a heart rate of 85 to 90 beats per minute at midnight, much higher than expected. After switching to an offline wind-down routine, reading a paperback, and dimming her bedroom lights an hour before sleep, Her heart rate dropped to 62 beats per minute within a week. The result? She woke up more refreshed, calmer, and less anxious. How to fix it? Practice. It safely set a digital sunset. Turn off all screens at least 60 minutes before bed. Use night mode or blue light filters if screens are unavoidable. These reduce the wavelength that disrupts melatonin. Dim household lighting in the last hour of the evening. Bright light signals daytime to your brain. Replace screen time with soothing habits. Read, stretch, meditate, or listen to calming audio. Your heart will thank you in quiet beats. Your screens might help your mind unwind, but they keep your heart on high alert. Give your body darkness, and your heart will finally get the message it's been waiting for. It's time to rest, recover, and heal. 4. Irregular sleep schedule, when the heart loses its rhythm. Your heart runs on rhythm, beat after beat, hour after hour. But when your sleep schedule keeps changing, your heart's rhythm starts to fall out of tune. The human body isn't designed for random bedtimes. It thrives on consistency, the same cues each day that tell your heart when to rest and when to rise. When you go to bed at midnight one day and 10 p.m. the next, your internal clock becomes confused. This clock, known as the circadian rhythm, coordinates your heartbeat, blood pressure cycles, and hormone release. Disrupting it triggers elevated nighttime blood pressure, increased inflammation, and higher morning heart rates. In fact, researchers from Harvard found that adults with inconsistent sleep schedules were twice as likely to develop cardiovascular disease over 10 years compared to those who slept and woke up at regular times. Inside your body, here's what happens when you treat sleep like a moving target. Your circadian rhythm relies on light, darkness, and routine to stay aligned. When you change your bedtime frequently, the body can't predict when to lower cortisol or raise melatonin. This creates what doctors call social jet lag, when your biological time zone and your actual schedule don't match. The result? Your heart rate remains elevated late into the night, your blood vessels stay tense, and your blood pressure fails to dip. Over weeks or months, this leads to endothelial dysfunction, the early stage of artery damage that precedes hypertension and heart disease. Dr. Jessica Meir from Harvard's Division of Sleep Medicine explains, even if you sleep the same number of hours, irregular timing confuses your cardiovascular system. The heart needs predictability to regulate blood pressure and recovery. A large study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that people whose sleep varied by more than 90 minutes between nights had higher cholesterol, blood sugar imbalances, and greater risk of heart attack even when total sleep hours were adequate. Real-world example. Consider David, a 50-year-old nurse who alternated between day and night shifts. Despite sleeping 7 hours daily, his blood pressure kept climbing. Once he adopted a sleep anchor, maintaining a consistent 4-hour core sleep window, 2 a.m., 6 a.m., even on work days, his heart rhythm began to normalize. Within 2 months, his average resting heart rate dropped by 8 beats, and his doctor reduced his medication dosage. How to fix it? Practice. It safely set a fixed bedtime and wake time. Keep them within a 30-minute range, even on weekends. Get morning sunlight. Natural light helps reset your circadian clock, aligning your heart's rhythm with the day. Avoid catch-up sleep. Oversleeping on weekends increases fatigue and disturbs your internal rhythm. Use a relaxing pre-bed routine, dim lights, stretch, or meditate so your body recognizes a consistent pattern leading to rest. Your heart doesn't just need rest, it needs rhythm. When you go to bed and wake up consistently, your body learns when to lower pressure, calm hormones, and restore balance. Regular sleep isn't boring. It's one of the most powerful heart protective habits you can build. 5. Ignoring stress before bed, how nighttime worry damages arteries. You may close your eyes at night, but if your mind is still racing, your heart never truly sleeps. Mental stress doesn't stop when the lights go out. If you go to bed replaying arguments, deadlines, or fears, your body remains stuck in fight or flight mode. Cortisol and adrenaline flood your bloodstream, raising your heart rate and tightening your arteries. The exact opposite of what's supposed to happen during sleep. Nighttime stress prevents your blood pressure from dipping naturally, a crucial nightly event that protects arteries from long-term wear and tear. Doctors call this non-dipping hypertension, and it's strongly linked to heart attacks, arrhythmias, and even stroke. Inside your body, here's the biology behind it. When your brain perceives stress, even from thoughts alone, it sends danger signals through the hypothalamus. This triggers your adrenal glands to release cortisol and epinephrine, forcing your heart to beat faster and your vessels to constrict. During the day, that response is helpful, but at night, it's toxic. The heart should be slowing down, blood pressure dropping by 10 to 20%, and vessels relaxing to allow for repair. Instead, chronic stress keeps your body in alert mode all night, preventing the parasympathetic rest and repair system from taking over. Over time, this imbalance leads to inflammation in the vascular lining, tiny cracks that invite cholesterol, buildup, and arterial stiffness. Dr. Insight, Dr. Herbert Benson of Harvard Medical School, pioneer of the relaxation response, explains, chronic stress changes the way your heart functions at night. If you can't turn off your stress response, you deny the cardiovascular system its essential recovery period. In one major study published in Psychosomatic Medicine, people who reported high stress levels before bed had significantly higher nighttime blood pressure and morning cortisol, even after a full 8 hours of sleep. That means stress can cancel out the benefits of sleep entirely. Real-world example. Consider Nadia, 45, a marketing executive who often worked until bedtime, her mind filled with to-do lists. Though she slept 7 hours, she woke up anxious and exhausted. Her doctor found her blood pressure averaged 145/95, elevated all night. After introducing a 15-minute relaxation ritual, deep breathing, writing 3 things she was grateful for, and gentle stretching, her readings fell to 120/80 within a month. Her heart had finally found its calm. How to fix it? Practice. It safely use slow breathing exercises. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6. This stimulates the vagus nerve, slowing heart rate and lowering blood pressure. Write worries down, putting thoughts on paper signals to the brain that you can let go until morning. Practice gratitude. Focusing on 3 positive things reduces cortisol and triggers oxytocin, a hormone that relaxes blood vessels. Avoid stressful TV or news before bed. Your brain can't distinguish real danger from digital drama. Your mind and heart share one rhythm, calm one, and the other follows. The quiet moments before bed aren't wasted time. They're when healing begins. When you let your thoughts rest, your arteries, blood pressure, and heartbeat finally can too. 6. Sleeping position and environment, the hidden triggers of nighttime heart strain. You might think sleep is automatic, but the way you lie down and the space around you can decide whether your heart rests peacefully or struggles through the night. Your sleeping position and bedroom environment directly influence how your heart pumps blood and how efficiently your body recovers. Poor posture can restrict blood flow, compress major vessels, or worsen snoring and sleep apnea, all of which raise nighttime blood pressure. Meanwhile, factors like room temperature, lighting, and noise can silently elevate heart rate and cortisol, keeping your cardiovascular system half awake. Doctors now recognize sleep environment quality as a key part of heart health management. Inside your body. When you lie flat on your back, gravity can cause your tongue and soft palate to fall backward, narrowing the airway. This leads to subtle drops in oxygen that force your heart to work harder to maintain blood flow. Side sleeping, especially on the left side, helps keep airways open and improves venous return, the blood flow back to the heart, reducing strain on cardiac muscles. A noisy or bright room also interferes with your autonomic nervous system. Even faint light or distant traffic noise triggers microarousals that spike cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, these nightly jolts can prevent blood pressure from dipping, leading to nocturnal hypertension, a hidden risk factor for heart attack and stroke. Dr. Insight, Dr. Lawrence Epstein of Harvard's Division of Sleep Medicine explains, we think of sleep as passive, but your environment constantly communicates with your heart. Light, temperature, and noise all tell your body whether it's safe to relax or time to stay alert. According to a 2022 European Heart Journal study, people exposed to artificial light during sleep had a 25% higher risk of developing hypertension within 5 years, while optimal bedroom conditions, dark, quiet, and cool, improved heart rate variability, a marker of cardiac resilience. Real-world example. Meet Olivia, 56, who often fell asleep with the TV on and room lights dimmed. Her smartwatch showed restless sleep and high nighttime heart rates. After her doctor suggested a heart-friendly environment, complete darkness, no screens, 68 degrees Fahrenheit room temperature, and white noise machine, her heart rate dropped by 10 beats per minute within 2 weeks, and she woke up feeling lighter and calmer. How to fix it? Practice it safely. Sleep on your left side whenever possible. It eases blood flow to the heart and reduces acid reflux. Keep your room cool, 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 21 degrees Celsius. Warm rooms raise heart rate and disrupt deep sleep. Eliminate light sources. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask to protect melatonin production. Reduce noise exposure. White noise machines or earplugs help maintain stable heart rhythms. Ditch electronics from the bedroom. Even standby lights can disturb cardiac recovery. Your heart listens to your surroundings. A dark, quiet, cool room and the right sleeping posture can turn every night into a healing retreat. Protect your environment and you protect your heart, one calm, steady beat at a time. Doctor-approved 7-step bedtime routine for overnight heart protection. Imagine a nightly routine so powerful it could lower your blood pressure, calm your heartbeat, and help your arteries repair, all while you sleep. Doctors call it the circadian reset for the heart, and it's simpler than you think. Most people underestimate how much control they have over nighttime heart health. Each habit you practice before bed sends a message to your cardiovascular system, either it's safe to rest or stay alert. When you combine small, consistent steps, you create the perfect environment for your heart to recover, your blood vessels to relax, and your stress hormones to finally quiet down. This 7-step doctor-approved bedtime routine is built on science, every phase designed to help your heart move from alert to calm, from strain to steady rhythm. Step 1. Eat early, not late. Finish your dinner at least 3 hours before bed. Late-night digestion keeps your heart and metabolism working overtime. When you stop eating early, blood pressure dips naturally, and melatonin production begins on time. If you're hungry before bed, try a small handful of unsalted almonds, half a banana, or a cup of chamomile tea, each rich in magnesium and tryptophan, nutrients that relax your blood vessels. Step 2. Power down and dim the lights. 1 hour before bed, start your digital sunset. Turn off screens, bright overhead lighting, and LED exposure. Blue light suppresses melatonin and tells your brain it's still daytime. Instead, switch to warm light or candlelight. This subtle change tells your heart it's safe to slow down. Within 30 minutes, heart rate and cortisol begin to drop naturally. Step 3. Do a gentle body reset. Before bed, give your muscles and your circulation a soft cool down. Gentle stretches, yoga poses like legs up the wall, or 5 minutes of slow breathing help blood flow evenly and reduce pressure in the arteries. As your muscles relax, your parasympathetic nervous system activates, lowering your heart rate and improving heart rate variability, HRV, a key sign of recovery. Step 4. Practice the 4 to 6 breathing technique. This doctor-approved breathing exercise can lower blood pressure in minutes. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat for 5 minutes. Longer exhales activate the vagus nerve, your body's natural brake pedal, slowing heart rate, reducing cortisol, and calming your mind. Dr. Andrew Weil calls it the fastest path to lower blood pressure without a pill. Step 5. Clear your mind, calm your heart. Your heart mirrors your emotions. Writing down tomorrow's tasks or journaling gratitude releases mental tension and reduces nighttime adrenaline. Studies show that even 5 minutes of positive reflection before bed can reduce next-day blood pressure readings. Gratitude releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which also relaxes blood vessels and promotes better oxygen flow. Step 6. Sleep in a heart-friendly environment. Transform your room into a healing space. Keep it cool, 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 21 degrees Celsius. Ensure total darkness or use blackout curtains. Block out noise with earplugs or white noise. Sleep on your left side for better circulation and reduced cardiac strain. Dr. Lawrence Epstein from Harvard explains, the body reads the environment as a signal of safety or threat. Darkness and quiet tell the heart it can finally rest. Step 7. Keep a consistent sleep schedule. Your heart loves rhythm. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. A consistent sleep-wake cycle keeps your circadian rhythm aligned, helping cortisol and blood pressure drop predictably each night. Within 2 weeks of consistency, most people experience lower morning BP, calmer mood, and better heart rate variability. Dr. Michael Twerry from the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute summarizes it best. Every good night's sleep is like a dose of natural medicine for the heart. You can't buy that kind of repair. You have to create it through routine. Your bedtime routine is your heart's quiet therapy session. Each small action, eating early, dimming lights, breathing slowly, and keeping rhythm, works together to lower stress, balance hormones, and rebuild heart strength. Your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs predictability, peace, and time. Your heart heals faster than you think when you give it calm, rest, and rhythm. Conclusion: your heart never stops working, even when you sleep. But how well it recovers each night depends entirely on the choices you make before closing your eyes. By following these 7 bedtime habits, calming your mind, eating early, dimming lights, breathing slowly, and keeping a steady rhythm, you give your heart the peaceful environment it needs to repair, restore, and grow stronger. Remember, heart health isn't built in hospitals or gyms alone. It's built in quiet, consistent nights of rest. Tonight, give your heart what it truly needs: calm, darkness, rhythm, and time. Because every heartbeat you protect while you sleep is one more that keeps you strong tomorrow. Like this video to spread awareness. Subscribe for more doctor-approved heart health insights. Share it to help someone you love. Disclaimer: for educational purposes only, not medical advice. Thanks for watching.